Welcome to the D Mount Show podcast. This is the beginning of Meet the Candidates, and our guest today who's joining that conversation is Sheriff Joe McGill, who's running for re-election. Hi, Joe.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. There's a lot of stuff going on in your corner, and I want a lot of people to know the correct information.
Okay.
But let's talk about the funds that you aren't getting from the commissioners.
Well, there's a lot involved in that, actually.
Yes, I know.
There was a, I guess, oversight, you might say, when the budget was approved and calculated last time. And when our deputies got a raise in 2025, somehow somebody forgot to calculate in that raise and the salary and benefits for the deputies across the board into the county's budget. So our budget was not funded to support that increase, which is a huge,
That's a huge deal.
A huge problem.
Yes.
Also, when they funded our detention center, they only funded it for the medical contract and the food contract and a little bit more. So how do we buy cleaning supplies?
Right.
How do we buy clothing for the inmates?
Right.
How do we, how do we pay for the deputies? So I don't know what's really going to happen with this, but I can guarantee you that the sheriff's department is going to be astronomically over budget at the end of the budget cycle.
You think? Or is it going to be spent?
We're going to be way over budget.
Wow. Okay.
There's no getting around it. I mean, so what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to augment our budget. And where that money is going to come from, I don't know, because the county is telling me all the time, we don't have any money, we don't have any money. So how are they going to augment?
Right.
So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I am, the pessimist side of me is saying we're going to have our budget cut drastically this year. Mm-hmm. The optimist side of me is saying they're going to figure it out and they're going to take care of it. And
But don't they have to, Joe? It's public safety.
Well, they have to.
It's public
right.
safety, people. We have to fund our sheriff's department.
You know, you can keep us from buying things. Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
100%. And it's my job, part of my job, to responsibly manage that budget. And but if you don't give it to us, if you don't give us what you said you gave us, then how can I responsibly manage that budget when I'm starting in the hole in the first place? Right,
and you should tell the public that.
Yeah, so if say for instance, we want to buy, well, I'll give you an example. Right now, I want to buy 4 drones for our department, 4 or 5. And that's going to be a large bill.
Like $2,000-$3,000.
Oh no,
More?
they're about.
Are they the professional?
They have to be American made.
Okay.
Which increases the price.
Yes.
We can no longer buy the cheaper ones that are made in China.
Okay.
Because that's a new federal requirement
for that's probably a good idea. They're spying on us.
Well, that's what some people say. I don't know. I mean, they're not telling me that they're spying on me, but
they're not telling me either.
So the drones that we are looking at are about $21,000 a piece.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, they're expensive.
Oh, wow.
We did get one already that came through a emergency management grant, and that's got all the bells and whistles on it.
Oh, good.
It doesn't need all the bells and whistles,
Okay.
but it does need some. That one cost over $70,000. But again, that was not from county budget. That had nothing to do with county budget or my budget.
Right.
It was a grant through emergency management, and so it cost us nothing. But like I said, I would like to. Have you seen the drone program that Metro has
No.
implemented? Oh, holy cow!
Really?
It's amazing. Trust me, I'm not trying to do that. But they've got drones pre-positioned all over town, and they have them calculated, they have them staged in places on top of buildings, and they are no more than 2.5 minute response time to any point in their assigned sector for that particular drone.
Right.
So they are solving a lot of crime with just having a drone on scene before officers even get there.
Oh, wow.
They also have, and something that we don't have, and I'm not trying to make us Metro. I'm not. But they got a lot of great things. They've got what's called ShotSpotter, and they're receivers or sensors all over town, and anytime that a gunshot goes off, those sensors pick it up immediately, and they immediately triangulate to like within meters of where the shot actually happened, and they will instantly
The gunshot? Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they will instantly launch a drone to that area, and they are finding evidence before the cops ever get there. Shell casings on the ground in the middle of the street in a neighborhood where they're going to be the casings are going to be driven over in 10 minutes if you don't get there.
Right.
And you'll never find them.
Right.
And you'll never prove who did it. And maybe those are a homicide. Maybe it's just somebody out shooting 4th of July celebration.
Yeah.
But it's a great tool. They are using them in everyday patrol. In fact, I toured their operations center the other day, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. For one thing, David, you're going to love this. It looks like you're walking onto the bridge of the Enterprise. It's incredible.
Likes that.
It is absolutely incredible.
Wow.
And these drones are being flown from one centralized location, and they're being flown remotely all over town. And it's a fantastic program. Now, let's downsize it to our need.
Right.
Okay. So Monday, just this past Monday, there was a person who was spotted by BLM Fire up in the area of Carpenter Canyon, roughly.
Oh.
And BLM Fire was up there doing some kind of reconnaissance or whatever they were doing up there on foot. Mm-hmm. And they saw this guy up there lighting fires, multiple fires.
Wow.
Okay.
Was that on the news?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So he was up there lighting multiple fires, and they called, and because they were well into Clark County on this side of the mountain, it went to Metro, and Metro called us, and they said, "Hey, you guys are closest. Can you see what you can do?" So a couple of our detectives went up there, and as it was being updated, and as they're driving up the mountain, the call is updated that the firefighters saw a vehicle parked in the next canyon over from this guy, and Metro ran the license plate, and it came back as an embezzled rental car and rented to a guy who has an address here in Pahrump.
Really?
So now you got a guy who's lighting multiple fires up in the mountains, and he is driving, more than likely, a stolen vehicle. Mm-hmm. That's very suspicious.
Absolutely.
Why is this guy lighting fires? So I called my detectives and I said, hey, get to the general area of where they're directing you to. I'm on the way. I'll launch the drone up. We'll fly the drone, find him, find a car, and have good eyes on him so that I could lead those detectives in on foot to find him and take him into custody. And that's exactly what we did. And it worked out great. We had first-hand intelligence as to where he was, what he was wearing, and he had no idea that I had the drone flying around him.
Is that quiet?
When it's far enough away or high enough altitude, yes, okay. It is that quiet.
Very cool.
So that's what I want to do. I want to be able to have a drone assigned to all of our day shifts, all of our patrol squads here in Pahrump. And that way, somebody who is certified to fly it at the start of his or her shift, go into the office, pick up their drone, go out on patrol, and have it immediately accessible all day, every day. And so we have, for instance, missing child.
Right.
8-year-old autistic child that walked away from home. Mm-hmm. We can launch that drone within less than 2 minutes and hopefully find that child.
Right.
It's going to take me money. It's going to cost.
Is there a grant available?
I'm looking for grants to fund this. I am also working through the private sector and trying to get the money donated through the Chamber of Commerce. Okay. I reached out to the Chamber of Commerce. I'm looking at any way to fund this.
To fund it, yeah. Okay.
It's a great tool.
Well, let's talk about funding. Tammy, your assistant.
Yes.
Because Tammy is also his wife. Not that Tammy.
Not the same Tammy. Yeah, I have two Tammys. I have a Tammy home wife and a Tammy work wife.
Right. So Tammy, who's amazing, she loves working for you and everything. She told me, I think during your kickoff, that she was doing a 501c3 for the Sheriff's Department so that it could help the Sheriff's funding.
Right.
What a great idea.
Fantastic idea.
Holy crap.
You know why?
We need a team like that.
You know why we did that?
Why?
Because there have been times that people have come into our office or seen us at an event or whatever and said, how can I donate money to your department so that it can buy body armor for canines?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Our canine dogs are out there unprotected.
Really?
Well, yeah, we don't have body armor for them. So if they get shot, they get shot. So we, up until this point, we would accept that money and slate it for body armor for canines. But where does that money go? It goes to the county general fund. And then the county, they are responsible for marking it specifically for canine body armor. But if they don't do that, we never see that money.
Yeah,
and we can't even use that money.
They spend it.
They can.
Well, but still, that's not right.
So we came up with the idea of creating a 501c3, Friends of Nye County Sheriff's Office. And Tammy put it all together. And we now can accept donations into that 501c3. Directly. Okay. They're now tax deductible for the donor.
Really?
And we maintain that money in that fund never touches the county's bank accounts. And so we can protect it from being used somewhere where it's not designated for.
Supposed to, right?
Yeah.
Which happens all the time on that budget.
Well, I hate to say that, but I think it does.
It's true. Just say it out loud. It is true. That's where your transparency comes in for everybody.
It happens.
It does happen. Almost every meeting it happens.
And sometimes mistakes happen too.
True. Mistakes do happen.
But it's a good thing. It's going to help us out.
Okay. So, yeah, we need the transparency.
Let me give you another example of this.
Okay.
So.
Of the fund?
funding.
Okay.
And yeah. So our Bearcat, which people have I'm sure seen it around. You can look up Bearcat. Lenco is the manufacturer, Lenco.
I've seen it.
It's a private company, and they build armored vehicles for law enforcement. Very, very, very expensive, $400,000 or $500,000. Several years ago, one of the previous sheriffs, and I'm not even sure which one it was, purchased a used Bearcat from another agency.
Yeah.
Because they were upgrading, and so Nye County has had a Bearcat for several years, but it's getting old. I think it's like a 1989 GMC chassis. It's old. Well, the for lack of a better term, bulletproof, bullet-resistant glass in the windshield and the side windows is degrading. And what happens is they're laminate glass with glass and plastic and glass and plastic and glass and plastic layers.
Right.
And over time, and with I guess the UV light or the heat or the cold or whatever it is, causes the adhesive in between those layers to break down. And it becomes grainy and cloudy. Well, currently, our Bearcat driver's side windshield has an
like
area
a cloud?
it has a cloud, and it has an area of about this big around that the driver is looking through to drive this thing.
Well, that's not $300 to replace it.
Well, we got a quote, $8,000. Okay. Well, I don't have $8,000 sitting around in our budget that is not already dedicated to pay for that. So we were trying to get it paid for through several different funds. We've been arguing for literally 3 years with the county trying to get it paid for.
Yeah.
It's a vehicle, so vehicle maintenance should cover it. No. So for $8,000, we've been arguing for 3 years. We finally got it approved to be done, finally, about 2 weeks ago. And that was through the county's safety subsidy award. Yeah, it's a safety issue. My SWAT deputies that use this vehicle for high-risk entry stuff are not confident that window is going to stop a bullet. And secondly, what if we get into a wreck between point A and point B because you can't see well enough through that windshield? It took us 3 years for $8,000.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, you're kidding me, right?
I know. I watch the budget all the time.
That's some of the things that we have to deal with on a regular basis. Yes, the county is poor. Absolutely. Do they have the money to buy us everything that we want? No, and I don't expect them to. We have our public safety sales tax fund. That's designated for certain things. It cannot be used on this. It cannot be used on that. So we can't always use it for when we want it.
Yeah, there's lots of rules that come with it.
There's a lot of rules. That's a very restricted fund. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. That's good. Well, why don't you do something public with the K9 body armor stuff? Like go out to the stores or whatever and stand there and ask for donations and.
We can do that. But, it's hard to be constantly going out and asking people for money.
Well, if you stand in one place in front of Albertsons or something like that, it's really not that big of a deal.
But how many times do you want to give money?
I want to give money to the people I believe in.
But if you don't have the money to give,
then you work it.
Where's it come from?
You go to Albertsons and work that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The people that are walking into Albertsons don't have the money. Nye County is a poor county.
It is
for the most part.
It is, yeah.
It's not. I wouldn't say poor county. It's not a highly wealthy county.
This is a huge dog town. Huge.
Yes, it is.
Huge. And
Yeah.
they will be coming out to help.
People love their animals in this
They
town.
love their animals.
Yep.
And God forbid you're yelling at them in the public. Why are you being so mean? Go. Shut up. This is easy parenting. This is not.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah.
So we're working on it. Like I said, we got that funded, thankfully. But there are a lot of other things. Every year when we go into budget season, the county asks us for what I call a wish list,
Right.
a capital expenditure list of things that we want to buy throughout the year that are not normally funded in the budget. Larger purchase items, maybe we need all brand new computers in our whole building. That's going to be a lot of money. And they try to put that into the budget. Well, we very seldom ever get any of those items that we ask for every year. And some of those items we ask for year after year after year,
Right.
and still don't get it. So we're being creative. You know, the 501c3 is a great example of creativity.
Yep.
Ways that we can fund things. Grants. A lot of people don't like grants in this town, though.
Really?
You know? Oh no, there's a lot of people in the county commission meetings when a grant comes up. Why are we accepting money from the federal government? Come on, people, because it's there and it helps us. That's why.
Right.
And if it's not a 50-50 grant, some grants, they're called a match grant, and the grant pays for 50% of what you're asking for, and you've got to pay 50%.
Yeah, you have a match.
And so, you know, we might have to put out $20,000 to get $40,000, or $200,000 to get $400,000.
Right.
But if we have that $200,000 available to us, we just don't have $400 for a Bearcat, then a 50-50 grant will work.
Yeah.
The problem with grants is they expire. So if it's an every year grant, and you're going to have to keep it going every year, but it doesn't continue every year, now you have to absorb that cost.
Right.
For example, grants that provide for personnel. Okay, PSST is one. We can hire, train, recruit, equip personnel with our public safety sales tax. But originally, the way it was set up is it was supposed to expire in 2027. Okay, so now you've hired 10 people on that grant, and depending on that grant money for keeping them on hand. Now in 2027, that grant expires. You have to absorb the cost of those 10 people, or you got to lay them off.
Right.
Right? And we don't want to lay people off.
No.
We don't want to lose people. We want to gain people.
Right.
We want to increase our staffing, not
Furlough.
decrease. Yeah, we can't have that. Now, I'm talking about the PSST grant in that way. That got changed in the legislature just this past year. It is no longer expiring in 2027.
Oh, okay.
So that's a fantastic
Yeah.
use for that.
Isn't that Tammy's job to do all these grants?
Tammy does some of our grants, yes.
That poor girl. I hope you're happy, Tammy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I told her she's never allowed to leave us.
No, you
No.
can't. Listen, you have the most dedicated staff I have ever met. And I mean, I have met, your staff. And I've met some patrol officers that aren't too happy. However, we build you up no matter what.
You know, you mentioned that. You cannot make everybody happy
You
every day,
cannot.
all the time.
Absolutely, you cannot. Nope.
You try to, look, the main thing is that we treat them fairly and equally.
That's right.
Okay? And that, for the most part, keeps them happier. Sometimes people still don't like me.
Right.
I have broad shoulders. I have to live with that. But that doesn't mean that I don't like them.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
If a person maybe is no longer a fan of mine when it comes to election time, they're free to vote for whoever they want to vote for.
Let's talk
and I'm
about
not going to hold that against them.
Let's talk about that. So I'm just reeling over Facebook and stuff. And half of these people, doesn't matter what the candidate is, but you have some too, is they don't know you, they don't pay attention to politics or the sheriff's department and stuff, but I don't like them. This is the shit.
You're right.
that I don't like, because you're telling everybody how ignorant you are on the subject.
Correct.
And you're willing to put somebody else in that we don't know can do the job. Mm-hmm. Right? So there should be a voting class.
Well, I most of that really hinges on common sense. I am out in this community all the time.
I know you are. You're busy.
I live here. I go grocery shopping here.
Okay, quiet.
I go to restaurants here. I go to functions here, public events, fall festival, chili cook-off is coming up. And all they got to do is come up and talk to me. All they got to do is come up and talk to me. And if it's a person who says, you know what, Joe, I heard this about you, and I think that's horrible that you did that, and I'm not going to vote for you, I'm going to say, you know what, Dee, I respect your opinion, but do you mind if we discuss that issue a little bit?
Absolutely.
And let me give you my side of it, because you're only getting one side.
Right.
That actually happened last night. I was at D.A. Coonzie's campaign kickoff.
Well, yeah, I saved that video.
And somebody there was talking about, and this is a person who has been in this community for a long, long time, was talking about, well, McGill did this and this and this and this. You can't vote for him again. And I heard about it after the fact on the way home.
Right.
Because somebody overheard it. Well, all those this and this and this and this have already been addressed. And I was found to not be in any error in those things that this person was talking about. So, you know what? Educate yourself. Mm-hmm. Look it up.
Look it up.
Do your research.
Yep.
Do your research, and you will find that in 2022, I spoke about this during my campaign, and all those things that this person was bringing up last night
was the same subjects.
Was no problem on my part.
Good. Good.
So
that was a tough race too.
It was. A lot of people have told me that was the ugliest campaign season that anybody had ever seen here in Lake County.
I just love the fact that you showed up at the senior center. Uninvited. But yeah.
I love going to the senior center because, you know, the senior center and Inspirations and Pahrump Health and Rehab, some of those people, they never get any visitors. They never get to see anything outside of...
Oh, I know. We did dog therapy out there.
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah. I love going there and having breakfast. I love going to the Inspirations and having breakfast with the folks.
Yeah.
Sit around, talk for an hour or two.
But they have a cute room. You can do
They
exercise.
have a great room.
Throw the dogs down.
Yep.
That kind of thing. So I just want to put my name in the hat. If you do anything for the canines, then I want to be involved.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we have that. What should we talk about, Coonzie, or the most important points for your campaign?
Oh, let's go to the most important points.
Okay, let's go.
So I brought along with me a flyer that I've created for my campaign. Those came in last week.
They're pretty.
From being ordered. There's a lot of things that I put on there that are accomplishments that we've accomplished over the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. When I was campaigning back in 2022, our vehicle fleet was dinosaurs.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Yeah, we were driving 300,000 mile patrol cars and literally breaking down on the way to a car.
Yeah.
We no longer have that. We've gotten, I believe, about 35 new cars in the last 3 years. We are in the process right now of ordering a new batch. That's been a little bit of there's been a little slowdown on that because you buy the car and then you have to put the cop stuff into it or onto it. And that's hard to get done.
Yeah.
So we're always looking at a way that we can make this happen faster, more efficiently, more common sense wise. But the problem is the more people, if I send those cars to a company that does this kind of work and they have 4 people doing a fleet of 20 cars, each person is going to do it differently.
Right.
And so now when a year from now you have to find a problem, you've got to figure out where to go to find it because everything is wired differently, everything's installed differently. And so it's an issue, but we're trying to overcome every issue that we find. We have increased our staffing. We currently have 4 people stationed in Amargosa and Beatty, where when I took over, we had nobody stationed in Amargosa. And
what about Tonopah?
We'll get to Tonopah here in a minute.
Okay.
And we had 1 person, I think it was, in Beatty, Amargosa, split between them. So now we have 4. That has greatly increased our presence and our traffic enforcement on Highway 95 in between Beatty and Amargosa Valley.
Yeah.
We have reduced, we have participated in reducing the fatal crashes on Highway 95 by over 67%. That's excellent.
That is excellent.
That's excellent.
Those are good numbers.
And again, I'm not saying we have done that because Nevada Highway Patrol has part of that and Esmeralda County has part of that. So, I can't take all the credit for that, but we're out there working all day, every day, running traffic on Highway 95. And like it or not, they're writing tickets. They don't have to write tickets every time, but let's bring some awareness to the danger of that highway, right?
Right, absolutely. It's been really dangerous lately.
Yeah. So Tonopah, when I took over in 2023, I believe we had 4 deputies assigned to patrol in Tonopah. We now have 7 assigned to patrol in Tonopah. We are fully staffed in Tonopah.
Oh, good.
We have no open positions up there right now. Excuse me, I'm always on call. I'm always looking at my phone and seeing what's going on because it goes off 24 hours. Oh, of course you are. So we're looking good in Tonopah. Round Mountain, that's a different story. When I took over, we had somebody in Round Mountain, stationed there, lived there. He retired, and that's a hard position to fill. We advertise hiring based on the area. So if you apply, you're applying for Pahrump, or you're applying for Beatty, Amargosa, or you're applying for Tonopah or Round Mountain. You're not applying for Nye County Sheriff's Office.
Right.
Okay? And we found that works better because the person coming in knows that he or she is going to be working at this community. We had a deputy who was hired probably 5 years ago, who came into the department hoping that he was going to be working in Pahrump, and he got assigned to Tonopah, and he started to cry when he found out.
Really?
Because he knew nothing about Tonopah. He knew a little bit about Pahrump, but he knew that Tonopah was a much smaller community, less infrastructure. In his opinion, not a lot to do. He still got assigned to Tonopah, and he found out he loves it and he never wants to leave it.
Yeah, that's great.
So Letchworth, you're a good guy. You're a good young man. He loves it there. He moved his wife there. He's had kids since, and they're loving life in Tonopah.
That's awesome.
Round Mountain, we have a hard time, and the reason why I brought this up was you're applying for the position. We advertise Round Mountain opening. If nobody applies for it, or if somebody applies for it and they're not qualified to be a law enforcement officer for whatever reason, they fail out through the background process or through the academy or field training, whatever, I can't fill it. But we send our deputies from Tonopah to Round Mountain to go work.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like they're abandoned and on their own. They're not.
Right.
We just have to work it out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very good.
Yeah.
Wow. Had no idea. Well, I want to talk about Coonsey.
Okay.
Be the last one. Coonsey has been caught in a big fat lie this last week.
Okay.
About bringing the meta waste. He was all for the meta waste.
I've seen that a little bit.
He blamed Michelle Nelson for it when she wasn't even there with planning. And then I think correct me, but I think I saw you talk about it or post it or anything, is that the DA doesn't want us to post certain things.
Okay.
So there goes the transparency, right? Which everybody knew anyway.
Okay.
Everybody that supported Coonsey last time is not supporting Coonsey this time, including the Democrats.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how important is it for you to have a transparent, smart, people that know NRSs and everything work with you, the Sheriff's Department? How important is that?
It's part of our job.
Yeah, but what kind of?
It's critical that our people understand their role in law enforcement.
Right.
The sheriff's office and the district attorney's office have a different role.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
There are times that we may present a case to the DA and maybe we made an arrest, maybe we submitted a report requesting charges, and then the DA's office reads it and looks at it and mulls over all the evidence and says, you know what, we're not gonna pursue this case. That's their job.
Right.
Okay? I can't fault them for that. Sometimes I hate it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we may present a case and for whatever reason, it gets dropped and I may not agree. Mm-hmm. I have to sleep at night.
Yeah.
So
always deal with your conscience.
Yeah.
Always.
You know, I tell the young people in law enforcement. I'm coming up on 39 years in law enforcement. So everybody in my department is less than me. Some of them were born at the same time that I started in law enforcement. Tells you how old I am. So I tell people, you know what? You do your job and go home proud that you did the best that you could do.
Yeah.
And if somebody else drops the ball, nothing you can do about it.
That's right.
You did your part.
Right.
Okay? We present the best case that we can. And if the DA's office chooses not to prosecute it for whatever reason, I got to go home and sleep at night, and I do.
Yeah, that's good. I was always raised to vote your conscience.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
React with your conscience.
Absolutely.
Always do the right thing that you see, and you won't have any issues.
Yeah. Our deputies do a great job.
Yeah.
Great job. I can't tell you how proud I am every day to go to work and say that I am leading this agency. Mm-hmm. I knew coming into it that there was going to be a lot of things that I felt needed to be fixed. I think that a lot of that has been fixed, but we can never become stagnant. Society changes every day.
We were stagnant.
And we have to change with it. Yeah.
A long time.
We have to change with society. We have to adapt. We have to find new ways of combating new crimes that nobody would have ever imagined would be here 10 years ago. I mean, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin in our area, or Bitcoin, let's go, what do they call it?
Other than Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is a name of a company.
What is it, David? You should know this.
Bitcoin is what do you mean?
What's the general category that Bitcoin and somebody else that does Bitcoin and somebody else that does digital coin? Okay.
Digital.
So that has created a major problem for law enforcement, I believe, all over the country and all over the world, because these scams that are going around all over time. You have a warrant, you need to send money to, this is so-and-so from the Nye County Sheriff's Office. You have a warrant, don't come down to the Sheriff's Office to take care of it because I'll have to arrest you. I don't have a choice, I have to arrest you. But if you go and you put $6,000 into the Bitcoin machine at the convenience store and you send it to this Bitcoin account, it'll all be taken care of and your worries are over.
Right. Promises.
Yeah, there was never any such warrant. That person that says I'm Lieutenant or Sergeant so-and-so, no, doesn't exist. Or maybe does exist, but it's not really him or her calling. A friend of mine got hit for over $9,000 for that.
Oh.
And
I'd be pissed.
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's happening everywhere. So we're having to figure out new ways of investigating these types of crimes.
Yeah. Well, the drones is a great start. The drones are a great start.
They are for a lot of things. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm happy for you on that. I think we should get a helicopter.
Write me a check.
I know, how much are they?
Every year.
I'm thinking about buying a helicopter. Right?
All right. We'll take it from you.
But yeah, so any more points you want to make sure that are the most important? You had fleet, you had security, drones, we just talked about that. Drones.
We
Funding.
we're always trying to think of new and better ways of doing what we do.
Yeah.
I've been trying for 2 years to get a mobile command post.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You have. That's
Which
right.
is a motorhome, or it can be a lot of different platforms.
You even had donations on the motorhome and for no cost, or there was something that was donated to you.
No, we were going to buy it out of our public safety sales tax money.
Okay.
But then we ran into snags, and hopefully we're going to get that fixed. Hopefully we're fixed come budget season.
Yeah.
And I'm very confident that after July we will have our mobile command post and start getting it set up and ready to go, because there are many times that it can be used. We went out searching for a body out in Amargosa Valley several months ago, and we had to have search and rescue bring their mobile command post out.
I saw that, yeah.
Because number one, I don't want to borrow your lawnmower.
Right.
And then break your lawnmower and have to buy it. I'm going to feel guilty about that, right?
I buy a new lawnmower.
So I'm going to go out and buy a new lawnmower when my lawnmower doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do here. We'll be able to store all of our crime scene processing equipment inside there. Yes, there was a mobile command post with my predecessor.
Right.
It was a big white motorhome I think it said Nye County Sheriff's Office on the side. But you know what? Nobody in the department could drive it because you had to have a Class A driver's license for it. Okay? So I want to buy one that anybody can get in and turn the key and drive it
makes
legally.
it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's my plan. We're looking at that. We are working on buying a software package. It's called Nighthawk. It is an amazing software that gathers all the digital stuff out of the air and puts it all in one place. And we actually, the shooting at Ian Deutsch Park,
Yeah.
we did a trial with this Nighthawk software right after that and put all the digital evidence that we gathered into that. And we can show that those subjects that did that shooting were at this location and this location and this location all together, all at the same time after the shooting. And a great amount of information came out of that.
Yeah.
We're working on buying that software. We are currently going to be putting on the March 3rd agenda to buy new tasers for our department.
Oh, okay.
Across the board, everybody's going to get new tasers. The reason for that is our current tasers are no longer under warranty and they're no longer supported by the company.
Oh.
Which means if it breaks, if we run out of cartridges, you can't
get anything.
You can't get
for
them.
it. Right.
So we are getting new tasers that are going to have a better lifespan.
What's that
and
price?
It's
Around.
$315,000.
It's a good tool, though.
It's a fantastic tool because you know what? It prevents some officer-involved shootings.
Yes, they do.
It does.
Yeah.
It prevents some uses of force.
Yep.
To where people could get hurt, people could get killed.
Junkies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And the cops getting hurt or killed.
Right. We don't want our cops.
We
hurt.
don't want our deputies getting hurt and killed.
Including the dogs.
Right, including especially the dogs, right?
Oh my God. For me, yes.
I love my dogs.
I love my dogs.
Oh,
These
they're
are your
great.
dogs.
We got a new dog, by the way.
Do you have 3?
We have 4 now.
You have 4.
I have a new one.
They're so
Is she on there? Let me look.
know.
Let me look. Yeah, she's there. She's right there.
Oh, she's pretty.
She's a new one. That's Nina.
Nina.
Nina came from the shelter.
Okay.
Nina is our director of employee wellness for the sheriff's office. She goes to work with me in the morning and she comes home with me at night.
Uh-huh.
And while she's at work, she wanders the hallway.
And just makes everybody
And
stay.
she gives hugs and kisses.
You said I could come with the bullies.
Well, if they'll get along with Nina, Nina gets along with everybody.
They get along with
Okay.
everybody. Yeah.
A lot of people may think that this was silly, but this was something that myself and Under Sheriff Fowles came up with. He came up with the thought of the employee wellness, which is a really, really good thing.
Yeah.
I came up with the idea of an office dog. So we married the two together. And Nina goes around and she gives hugs and kisses and receives belly rubs, and everybody in the office gives her treats.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to reduce the treats a little bit because I don't want her getting fat on me.
Yeah.
But I've been told by several people in the office that they have really changed their attitudes and their demeanor, and that the fact that they can walk in and give Nina a hug anytime has helped them.
It really does.
And you said animal
Therapy.
Uh-huh. That's what it is.
That's
what
exactly
it is.
what it is.
Yeah.
Works on everybody.
Yep.
You know, and we do therapy at the library.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I want to bring them, not him until this rash clears up.
Yep.
But Diesel for sure.
You're welcome to come down anytime.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. But I would love to say hi to everybody. Those are the best the top 4 of your important points for this campaign. Is it true?
The top 4 of my campaign?
We did budget, funds. We did, what else? Transparency. We did, what else did we do? What else did we do, David? Are you listening?
Equipment. Let's
equipment.
talk about staffing.
Okay, staffing.
Nye County is growing, and I don't think it's going to stop growing.
I hope it stops. And y'all need to go away.
But as the community grows, we need to grow.
Yes.
And
But with the right people.
with the right people,
Oh my
absolutely.
God. I didn't know I moved to the country.
Yeah.
Well, what did you know?
Yeah.
You know, we're not Las Vegas. Why don't you pack your
Right.
crap and go to Vegas?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to alienate people.
I'm gonna say that.
I just figure that if the community is going to grow, the population is going to grow, the public safety has to grow with it.
Yep.
And right now, I'll tell you the national standard for law enforcement ratio to citizens is 2.5 officers per 1,000 residents. Okay.
What do we got?
The Nevada average is 3.5 officers per 1,000 residents. The Nye County ratio is 1.5 officers per 1,000.
It's got to be based on Vegas and Reno, though.
Well, Vegas and Reno, yes.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right. But look, the national standard is 2.5, and we're at 1.5 per 1,000. That does not include the people passing through.
Right.
That does not include the snowbirds.
Right.
Okay. We need to increase our staffing.
Yeah.
I don't think that anybody in this community can argue that we have too many cops.
No, in fact, we got Dwight Lilly posting videos about public safety.
Yeah.
And
So
I get it.
That's something that we need to continue to work on. I will tell you, because the deputies got a fairly good raise this year, it's kind of brought them up to average among the Nevada agencies of our size. But I want to do better than that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be average.
I don't want to be
I don't want to be average.
We need to be top drawer.
Right. So we need the money from the county to increase our staffing and keep up or catch up. Right now, catch up, and then in the future, keep up with the population increase.
Why do you think the commissioners were not giving you money in that whole?
Well, you know, I figured out a long, long time ago. I used to work in retail theft, working with Metro. All I did was retail theft investigations.
Okay.
I figured out that security and law enforcement is not a income. It's not a revenue base. It's an expense.
Right.
We don't bring in money,
Right.
right?
Right.
We cost you the taxpayer money,
You
right?
can go to Nevada State Bank and go get some money, but
Yeah.
it's just not legal.
I don't generate income
Yeah.
for the county.
Right.
And so
sense.
I think that's why our society has a hard time with a lot of law enforcement.
Well, and they have
a lot of
they have a
funding.
lot of issues with country living and country politics and all that stuff too. And I try to get out there and talk to these people, and you're just like,
Hey, people here got to face reality. We are no longer a small town.
we are no longer a small town. I hate that. I gotta say.
I do too, in a way.
Yeah.
Part of me would like to have bigger town because look at me, I love good restaurants.
That's true.
And I love a variety of food.
Yep.
And right now we just don't have that. But we need to build up the infrastructure before we can build up the population.
Yep.
We need to take care of our roads. We need to have some flood control.
Oh my God.
You know?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Flood control. Is that you?
Nope.
Who is it?
That's
Public Works.
Public Works.
Yeah. Yeah. So this, let me stop you, Joe, because we're over. But this is the most important election for commission, sheriff, what is it? Huh? Governor. What's the other ones? District attorney. Educate yourself before you vote.
Yes.
And I will give you an endorsement video when I'm done. So
You don't like me, do you?
we're going to put this up, how to donate to Joe's campaign, sorry. And his email and his phone number on the podcast and the information and stuff. Well,
I found it.
I bid you. Always doing something you're not supposed to be doing. Stop. Bye-bye. So is Lombardo backing you?
Yes, I have been endorsed by the governor.
Okay.
Actually, I was appointed by the governor to be on the Nevada Post Board.
Okay. The Peace Board.
Post Board, Peace Officer Standards and Training.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Post doesn't mean after the fact.
That's
in this
right.
case.
Okay. And I wish you luck. I think you've done a phenomenal job, and I've been watching you for 4 years. So you've been very transparent. You have.
I hope so.
I think so. I like it because you always explain yourself, and you don't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this town wants. So, it's just, I think you're the best candidate.
Thank you.
Your other person in Vegas with Metro, we don't want Metro here.
Oh, don't say that. That's where I came from.
Well, you came from there, but you've proven yourself.
But I've lived here for 18 years.
Right. You've proven
I lived here for 14 years before I ran for sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
I worked here for 12 years before I ran for sheriff.
Yeah. Motorcycle man. He can't get off the motorcycle.
Well, I love my motorcycle. I don't have one anymore.
Not anymore?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah. So, everything has been proven, I think, by you.
I appreciate that.
I wanted people to know that. There's some ignorant people out there that don't want to vote for you, and they have no idea who you are.
There is that.
There is that, and it's pissing me off, people.
So look at my Facebook page, Re-elect Joe McGill for sheriff.
Okay.
Look at my web page, which is only going to be a. I'm not going to be putting a lot of stuff on the web page.
Okay.
Okay.
Facebook is better.
Facebook is the best because you can reach out to me and send me a message. You can make comments on the posts.
Yep.
Let's see. What is it? March 7th? March 6th.
For sign up?
March 7th. No. My next coming event.
Oh, you're.
Is that on the website?
It's on the Facebook.
It is on the Facebook.
It is on the Facebook, but I'll have it for you here in 1 second.
I think it's March 7th.
Coming up. Where is it? Right there. March 7th, 5 p.m. at Tower Pizza, 5 to 8. We're going to have a meet and greet and fundraiser. I hate asking for people for money. But I tell you what, this is not a cheap endeavor here.
No, it's not. It takes thousands of dollars to do this. It's very expensive.
Tens of thousands of dollars to do this.
So, be kind. Stop yelling at everybody.
Right.
God, the candidates are just getting earfuls.
So come to my event, hear what I have to say, talk to me one-on-one, please.
Yeah.
Tell me your opinion. If you don't like something that I've done, please say so. and I'll explain my side, and maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
I have no problem admitting I was wrong, except to my wife.
Yeah, she'll just slap you.
Yeah. So come down March 7th to Tower Pizza. Please, if you have the ability, I'm accepting donations anytime. You can go on my Facebook page, and there's a QR code that you can donate directly through Zelle.
Yep.
There's no charge on Zelle. There's no fee for it. So, however I can get it. I am in this, and I am confident that I'm going to win this race again for another 4 years.
I want to be invited to the party this time.
You're invited. And so that's where we are.
Right on. Well, I wish you all the luck. You know I support you. And I'm so glad you came to meet the candidates.
Thank you very
You're the
much. Thanks
best.
for inviting me.
And I'm mad at you girls, both Tammys. Mad at you.
For not being here.
For not being here. I don't care. No, so thank you for joining the conversation, Joe.
Thank you.
And we will be back with the next candidate soon. Thank you.